What is going on, everyone? Today is your greatest dreams and your worst nightmare. Greatest dreams because Chainlink is pumping and has a lot more room to the upside. It's your nightmare, though, because there's no T-Shroom on this show, which means you're about to get about an hour and some change of nothing but unadulterated Tim. Who knows what's going to happen on this show? I don't even know. So hopefully you stick in here with me. Wait to the end of the show. Those of you already are friends of the channel, smash the like button. Let's get more people in here on YouTube. The rest of you, stick around. We've got a lot going on in the show today. Going to do a lot of charts, going to discuss some news. It is a one-man band, though. So with that said, Tim, roll the intro. Well. Got a lot to discuss today. I'm excited for the day. It has been a minute since I did a live show by myself. Of course, T-Shroom is usually one running buttons behind the scenes. He's a one-man band. I mean, the man can do it all. But he is celebrating this weekend with his bachelor trip. Of course, he's getting married here in about 2 weeks. So if you guys have not sent your one Bitcoin to T-Shroom as his wedding present, go ahead and do it right now. It's weird. His wallet looks just like mine. Don't worry about it, though. It'll get to the right place. Go ahead and send him that Bitcoin as appreciation of his tasks. I'm about to give it to him, though. I'm going to continue with a series that he does. First of all, if you guys are wondering how I'm doing better than I deserve. And one of the reasons why is because I get to have a quote by this man, Michael Scott. Would I rather be feared or loved? Easy, both. I want people to be afraid of how much they love me. You can't do much better than that. Can't do much better than Michael Scott. And you can't do much better than a day where Chainlink is leading the markets. If you guys are excited about that, smash that like button right there if you guys love Chainlink. Make sure you guys vote on the poll. I'm interested to see what you guys think. If you could only hold one of these 4 coins, which one would you hold? You guys can go look at that in the chat. It's going to be Solana, Chainlink, Cardano, or Avalanche. Not seeing a lot of love for Avalanche, but definitely seeing a 2-horse race between Solana and Chainlink. We'll talk about that and a lot more. Because I am a one-man show, I will regularly, I'm also getting over being sick. You will see me regularly go to my hydration. Of course, the Investing Bros are the #1 channel for crypto hydration. No crypto influencer believes in hydration more than we do. That's why in this Brody's Daddy mug, we don't just have water, we have salt water. Again, not sponsored by Element. We're sponsored by Blofin. But, you know, if you're dehydrated, you make a lot of foolish trades. But if you are looking into trading, make sure to go check out the link we have down below for Blofin. So if you guys were going to go into the description of our video here, this is what it looks like here. You see that handsome guy right there running the show. How many likes do we have? We got to refresh this, though, because we got to have more than 10 likes. All right, 40 likes. That's okay. That's all right. Go into the description here, though, and check out a lot of our different offers, but one of them is going to be down here, Blofin. And right now, there's a promotion going on. When you sign up with our link, you can win up to $500,000 depending on how much you deposit, and then you can predict who's going to win the Champions Cup. That's European soccer or football, as some people like to say. Go check it out. But also shout out and thank you to Blofin for sponsoring the channel. If you're looking for a place to trade, Blofin is our high recommendation. Not only do you not have to KYC, but there's just a plethora of options, both leverage trading and spot trading. They have been good to us. So if you guys love the bros and you want to trade, that's one more way to support us is go sign up for Blofin and get a chance to potentially win up to $500,000. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and check out the bubbles for the day. And again, a one-man band. So you guys are going to see me going back and forth and back and forth. The bubble has cooled off, and it is no longer our leading bubble. Ondo up 13.4% in the last 24 hours is the lead. Link down to 11%. Does that mean, though, because I have a trade potential opportunity. Ooh, I'm jumping to charts early. Don't worry about this, though. Not yet. I want to enter a long on Chainlink. Way down at 15.5, but that's some talk we talked about with our VIP trading group. At the moment, though, it's not quite down, but it was up close to 20% at one point for it being up in the last 24 hours, down to 11, but big stuff happening there. Of course, the big news came out yesterday, but in case you missed it, we'll address that today because it is the title of the video. Already not doing too shabby, up 10% on the day. Who else is doing good? Lido is doing pretty well. Stacks, after having some cool off, is doing pretty well. AVAX is doing pretty well. As a whole, not a lot of red. The biggest red I'm seeing here is Flare, down 4.7. But of course, Flare was one of our big gainers yesterday. So sometimes that happens. When you have a big gain one day, sometimes you take the next day off. It's just how markets kind of seem to go. Let's take a look at the top 10, see what they're doing. Let's get a refresh here on CoinMarketCap. There we go. Bitcoin temporarily did go above 67,000 as we predicted it would earlier, or last, was it last week? When it was Wednesday. All this stuff runs together because I've been sick. Wednesday, I came on and I told you guys, look for a breakout to 67,000, but maybe we have even more. Tomorrow, yesterday, I kind of updated that to 71, but the first level was 67 and then potential pullback. We'll take a look at those charts here in a little bit. Ethereum, though, finally gaining again. I'm going to take a look at the Ethereum over Bitcoin chart because there's some interesting details going on with that one. But this is a little uptick that Ethereum really did need to gain some dominance back on Bitcoin. BNB, a measly 1.6. Solana, biggest gainer of the top, and never mind, I was about to say biggest gainer, but Cardano actually at 5.6 is the biggest gainer. Solana right behind at 5%. And then you see some kind of modest little gains here in other coins. Toncoin slightly down, and it does look after they took back the number 8 spot from Dogecoin. You guys can look right here. Dogecoin is close to taking back the number 8 spot. 22,800,000,000 is the level for Toncoin. It looks like Doge is roughly 700 million behind. Not too much. That can change within 24 hours. Definitely something doable. But that's our top 10 we're kind of looking at right there. Before I jump into the charts, a lot of today I'm going to be engaging with you guys. Even throughout the charts, I'm going to get your guys' takes, answer questions in chat. Joe Bro said, Tim, you have been busy. You are everywhere. It has been a busy day. Yesterday was extremely busy for me, getting back, a lot of business meetings. Today, I was able to do technical analysis for the Discover Crypto show. I went and did some technical analysis with Paul Barron. So if you are joining from either of those communities, shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for checking out the bros. Hopefully you enjoy the channel. Hopefully you enjoy my analysis. If you do, smash the like and hit subscribe. Even if you don't, did you know that it's absolutely 137% free when you smash the like button or hit subscribe? It doesn't cost you a single thing. There's other ways you can pay money, but those ones are free. So it doesn't hurt anybody. Go ahead and smash that like button, hit subscribe if you so want. Eric Wallen out here showing his love for Cardano. Don't let him fool you, everybody. Eric Wallen is the biggest Cardano whale I have ever met. It's pretty crazy. I try to talk him down from time to time. I try to tell him, Eric, you have too much Cardano in your portfolio. Cool off, man. But he just insists on buying $100,000 worth of Cardano every single day. So who am I to stop him? He's clearly very excited about it. Let's go ahead and take a look at charts. I'm going to start off. Instead of going into Bitcoin as we normally do, let's start off with the big coin of the day, and that is Chainlink. If you guys love some Chainlink, let's throw some ones in chat. If you are a holder of more than $20 worth of Chainlink, you get called a cool person here on the channel. We have been so big on Chainlink for a long time now. And some of you guys are used to it. You're maybe getting tired of it. I am under the impression, I'm predicting that Chainlink makes it to be a top 5, if not top 3 coin on this chart right here, CoinMarketCap. And historically, if you can get into this grouping right here, somewhere between number 3 to 5, you should take a dominance of the total crypto market cap somewhere between 3 to 5%. What does that mean for Chainlink? Well, if crypto does what I think it does, if the total market cap ends up getting to, let's see, am I on the right one? Yeah, I'm on the right one. If it gets close to $11 trillion here, let me fix this real quick. Boom, boom. There we go. Well, it actually took it away from me. If it gets close to $11 trillion, which I think it will, there's a lot of reasons to think potentially we could get to 11 trillion. We could see that 3 to 5% dominance for Chainlink bring the market cap to upwards of $300 to $500 billion in market cap. And that, of course, when you divide it by the supply, would give Chainlink whopping crazy price predictions that some people think are nuts. But if that plays out, $500 to $700 range for Chainlink. Massive, massive moves that could be amazing. In case you guys did not know, well, I'm on the 4-hour chart when I'm looking at this. I should be on the daily chart. There we go. If this were to play out, if you were to buy Chainlink right now, and I was right, if I'm right about the $507 range, you're looking at somewhere between a 30 to 43x on Chainlink prices. I know that sounds crazy. I know people are going to call me crazy. However, as I said earlier on the Paul Barron show, some of you might have missed it, comparing the last bull market on Chainlink to this future one is a little foolish. Why? Because Chainlink is an institutional coin. Look at the companies that they're partnering with. Listen to the companies that are the most bullish about Chainlink. These are heavy, heavy institutions. Well, guess who was not invested in crypto back during 2018 to 2021? Institutions. They just weren't here. So why would an institutional coin do very, very well? In case you're wondering, it did end up doing very well, especially when you take a look at, if you work at similar timelines, the last bull market, Chainlink did do a 3,700% gain. That's kind of the same area I'm talking about here. And the reason why it's doable is because this time they have the dollars from those big donors, the institutions like BlackRock, like Fidelity. Of course, these new relationships they're making with large banks. They've got the goods they need to make moves like that. So you can call me crazy, but I'm planning on getting very, very wealthy in this bull market based off my Chainlink holdings. Let's check out what the chart is looking like here on the shorter time frame. As I said a little earlier, I'm kind of giving you guys access to some stuff that I do in the VIP trading group. If you want to see more things like this, I give the VIP trading group my trade setups and what I'm looking for. So if you want to see us on other projects and get feedback on projects you're bullish on, here's a great example of it. I am looking right now, and I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to go all the way down even to the 1-hour chart to show you this, but I'm looking and hoping for a pullback down to about 1560, 1550, that range. And then I'm looking to enter a long position and a take profit up here at $20. Why is that? Let's get into it, and I'll kind of break it down. The first thing, you guys can see this yellow line right here. I've left it up from all the TA I've done today. This will be the third time I've done Link TA, but it's worth it when you have this big of a rally in the last 48 hours. It's worth it to do stuff like this. There was some concern for Chainlink. Let me get rid of that line just right there for a second. There was some concern for Chainlink here just 48 hours ago. Why? Because if you look here, when I'm not disconnected from my trading view, I don't know why that happened. Chainlink had been in a symmetrical triangle pattern that was attached to bearish price action. Well, get out your pencils and paper, everybody. We're going to test you on your homework. What formation is it called when a pennant is attached to a bearish descending price action? I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you answered bear pennant, then you got that question correct. When you see a negative flagpole like this and a symmetrical triangle pattern, a lot of people are looking for a potential breakout like this. The flagpole gets moved over to the last level of resistance in that symmetrical triangle pattern. And this would have given us a price prediction of a level I discussed on previous videos back down below $10, somewhere in the range of $9. Why is that level significant? Because this was the heavy resistance from way back in 2022 and early 2023 that never got retested as support. So if the bears were going to make a great push, there's a lot of reason why this $9 to $10 range was very, very important. However, we didn't break to the downside. We broke to the upside, not only breaking the symmetrical triangle, but also breaking the descending resistance we'd been in since way back here at the top of the cycle back on March 11th. Well, all of a sudden now this changes paths and you move this breakout to the upside here, and all of a sudden we're taking a look here at $20. That's the first target there on Chainlink, calling for $20. So if you're wondering, Tim, why do you have a potential limit trade set up on Blofin to take profit at $20? That's reason number one right there. Now let's get into the bolts and crannies with Lux Algo. Of course, the charts are always brought to you by Lux Algo. If you're wondering how to get into that VIP trading group, all you have to do is purchase Lux Algo with our link down below, and then I get you in. You're good to go, and you can be a part of our group. We've been crushing it here lately. Did make one miss. We missed on Solana yesterday, but that's why we preach stop losses. You always want to be prepared. Look at what we have going on here on the daily chart for Lux Algo. We talked about this yesterday on the show, how we printed a buy signal on Link, on Solana. Bitcoin had done it the day before. I'll get into those charts here in just a couple of minutes. But right now, we have a buy signal from Lux Algo here on the daily chart, one that we have not had a good buy signal. We had an invalid one back in April, another invalid one back here in March, but a nice one back in January was the last good buy signal. And today, what we're seeing break out, especially with these two high histograms of volume, communicating that the bulls are coming in with a lot of steam. Our price targets we're looking at start with this first conservative level of our smart trail concept around roughly $17. But if we break through that, now all of a sudden we have confluence of our take profit and an order block coming in where? Right there, right above $20. Absolutely three different things now calling for that to be the next significant level of resistance. I'm not saying that we won't have a little bit of a retracement here. In fact, again, the reason why I have a limit order down here at 1560, give or take, is because I actually think that we're going to find rejection right here, maybe bounce and come down this level, maybe go a little bit below it. That's why my stop loss is lower, but then we'll make our way up later on. That's kind of what I'm watching for. Let's take a look as to why that is. Quick break, though. Crypto, I saw you in here yesterday, man. We're not going to read shills. So thank you for the super chat for the two. I don't know what that is. What is CHF? I don't know. I don't know what that is, but thank you. Also from Lee Kalafi. I don't know. I don't know what that one is. Yo, let's go. Technically, this is kind of a shill too. If you guys want to invest in Jesus coin, again, is what it is. I'm probably not going to read Jesus coin here anymore. I am fully invested in Jesus being my Lord and Savior, but I don't know if I'm going to get invested in the crypto. But thank you for the $10, Lee. That's very appreciated. Back to the TA here for Chainlink. Why, if we see the daily chart give us a level of resistance, why would we look at for a pullback maybe down here towards 1560? Let's take a look at the 4 hours communicating here. I'm going to check this one out first. There we go. The first level here on the 4 hour is this was a former order block that now is turned to what we call a breaker block, meaning a heavy amount of liquidity going back all the way to this peak back on April 24th. This is a level where there's a lot of people wanting to sell. Like if we ever got back up to this level, a lot of people wanted to sell at this level. Well, guess what? When we blasted through this level, not rejecting at it, not hesitating, this leaves a lot on the table. So now this went from being an area where there was a massive amount of sellers to now this is a great opportunity for people that want to buy back in because we broke through this very significant level of resistance. That's the first reason that this 1560, 1550 area is so opportune to me. I also look at the 1 hour chart. This is the lowest I'm going to go for today, but I'm also going to see this target area be down here on the 1 hour smart trail concept. You can see here, Lux Algo called this perfectly here, guys. We broke above the smart trail concept, printed a buy on the 1 hour chart, had a beautiful rally up here to our take profit, and now it's time to cool off a little bit. Take an eye on that smart trail concept, 1550. You see it there on the 1 hour chart. You see it here on the 4 hour chart. That is why that is my zone that I am looking for as a whole. But I am looking for that bigger breakout to $20. Why? Because we're breaking through major levels of resistance right now, and we're seeing the volume communicate to us. This is not a fluke. This is not a fly-by-night. There are bulls buying right now. Chainlink is bullish. We'll get in a little bit later as to why that is. In fact, you know what? Let's do that right now, and then I'm going to get some questions kind of coming here. It's because of this right here, everybody. I'm going to show you that chart. But in case you missed yesterday, Chainlink became a top gainer, surging 20% following the DTCC partnership announcement. What is that announcement? Let's see if it says it right here. Ultimately, it's with a handful of banks. Does it say here what the banks were? I don't want to missay. Might not say in this article. I know that JP Morgan was one of them. There's a couple others here. Ultimately, a lot of financial institutions have now tested and approved their relationships in using Chainlink to communicate between banks and the crypto world. This is a massive win for Chainlink, a massive win for crypto, and is something that should make you very, very bullish. Another one is this chart right here. This yellow phase is tracking the largest amount of wallets that we've had, meaning wallets that hold over 100,000 Chainlink. This is the highest we've been since back in October of 2023. What was October of 2023? That was when this whole thing got started. Let's turn off Lux for just a second here. That was when this whole thing got started back here. Boom. We started a little rally in September, but October is when everything took off. We had a lot of whales holding a lot of Chainlink. People have taken profits, but now, based off of this news, we haven't even gone crazy to the upside at this point, and yet the whales are accumulating. I say this time and time again, and we're about to go into chat. I'm going to read some chat here, but most people listening here probably do not have $100,000 of Chainlink. If you do, good for you. I don't have that much money. I couldn't own 100,000 Chainlink if I liquidated every single asset I owned in this world and tried to buy it. Why? That's a lot of money. I mean, we're talking about in the millions. I'm not quite there yet. I will be at the end of this bull market, but I'm not there. These people that own this much Chainlink are what we call whales or smart money buyers. They have a lot of money because they know how to invest. They're smart at what they do. Unfortunately, for the most part, the majority of us here are probably not whales. We don't have that much money. We would be what most people consider dumb money, meaning we don't have a lot of money. We probably don't have a lot of experience investing. So we probably respond a lot more emotional, and we don't buy and sell at the right times. Well, whether you have the wallet of a smart money person or a dumb money person, you absolutely, by watching channels like Investing Bros and being subscribed and following, can get the information as to how smart money moves. And ultimately, if you're not a whale yourself, you could sit here and complain and whine and say, why do the whales dictate the market? Why do the wealthy decide which way the money flows, up or down? That's just not fair. You can whine and complain all day long. Or you can become like me and become a sucker fish. Am I a whale? No, I'm not a whale. I'm a little fish, but I learned to watch how smart money moves. I attach myself to those whales, and I buy when they buy and I sell when they sell. So when I'm seeing charts like this, if I go back over here to this story right here, when I see charts like this, and this is telling me whales are accumulating, what does that mean that Tim should be doing right now? Because I don't give you guys financial advice. I'm just talking about myself. This means Tim should be accumulating. So that is exactly what I have been doing and will continue to do. Chainlink is the bomb. Now, we're going to take a quick break from TA. We have a lot more. Before I even get into stories, and we do have a couple of stories, despite the fact that there's no T-Shroom here today, I want to engage with chat, but we're going to take a look at Solana's chart. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, and we're going to take a look at Ethereum, and definitely going to be taking a look at Ethereum over Bitcoin. Let me engage with chat here for just a second. Let's see what's going on. Tim, this is from B-Ball Golf 72, by the way. Tim said, after this news, is there any chance that Link goes back to around $10, or is 15-ish a new floor? Good question. To say, is there a chance? Yes, there's a chance. If we get something in the way of really bad news, then yes, things are possible. But I would say I don't expect that bad news to come. I expect it to be more fluff and puff, and at certain times when things have rallied, they're going to try to fudge you out. But ultimately, I don't think anything is going to be able to send Link back down. This is the beginning of the good news that we have been predicting on this channel for a long time. Chainlink has been somewhat boring and bearish for the last couple of months, despite its early, that October, November, and December rally we had. It's been boring since then. What we were waiting for is for these official relationships that we knew were going to come into play to come into play. We know they have a relationship with Swift, for example, but they aren't being heavily used. We knew that banks were heavily in love with what they had, but they hadn't announced an official partnership or an agreement to go forward. Well, this is what that first level just did here yesterday. With that being approved and going forward, those banks have now pretty much told the world, hey guys, when it comes to cryptocurrency, we like Chainlink. It's not that they don't invest and do other things with other coins. I'm not going to say sell every coin you have and only invest in Chainlink. But I will say that Wall Street and TradFi just made a massive announcement yesterday that, hey, remember that rumor you guys have been hearing that we like Chainlink? That rumor was true. We do. It's our favorite crypto. It's how we're going to interact with the crypto space. You want to know who's a big loser on this news? And I really do not want to FUD this. I still think there's a route for them to do successfully, but I think XRP is the biggest loser on this news because they were supposed to be the banker coin. They were supposed to be the coin that all the banks wanted to get in and get their hands on to exchange money back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. That's not what these banks said. These banks said what we predicted, that Chainlink would be the choice. So despite the fact that Chainlink's sitting at number 15 right now on CoinMarketCap, If you don't trust me, let's go take a look there. Coin market cap, boom, right here. Chainlink sitting here, number 15. There's a lot of room above us to get up to this top level. And this is the type of news you need to see for that to happen. When the banks and the institutions say that they want to be a part of it, that's some big stuff. Let's get one more question. We'll get back in here. Or let's see, question or statement here. Zachary Martin said Link pumps, then sideways, then pumps, then sideways, and those sideways come months at a time. Yes, it does. And you know what we call that? When something pumps and then goes sideways and pumps and then goes sideways and sets higher highs and higher lows, we call that healthy bull market movement. That is exactly what you want to see. Link is possibly one of the healthiest charts out there for saying you feel really good about buying at this level. We got a super chat from Matt C saying, Bros family for the win. Smash the likes, subscribe, and consider becoming a member of one of the finest communities in the crypto space. Thank you, Matt C. Love you. And absolutely, if you guys want to be a part of the team, there's a lot of ways to do it. Go into our Discord. It's free. You can become members. We got a lot of news coming for some engagement of how we're going to be interacting with you guys in the community and membership formats, one-on-ones, more group meetups, portfolio reviews, a lot of ways we can help you guys and coach you through this chaotic bull market. A lot of money will be made, but there will be a lot of second guessing. A lot of you guys are kind of wondering, do I have the right split in these coins? Am I choosing the right projects? Is there something I'm not aware of? Well, we're going to be doing a lot of things to give you guys options to get some more hands-on coaching from the team. That would be myself, T Shroom, Crux. You guys can hear from us. We have to study and research crypto full time. So never a bad thing to hear from people like that. Let's get into... Thank you to love from everybody. Zach Martin says, real, unbiased, relatable content. That's our goal. That is our goal. That's the purpose of our channel. So thank you, Zach, for thinking that of us. Guys, go ahead and smash the like button. And if you're enjoying the show so far, we're not even halfway done. Hit that subscribe button right there and be a part of the channel so you don't miss a single piece of content. Love you guys. All right, let's get into Solana TA. Let's go over to the charts. Let me share my screen. Solana just going off. I was on Paul Barron's show earlier. I told him something I have learned heavily is do not bet against Solana in this bull market. There's opportunities clearly here and there to short, little scalp shorts on Solana. But remember I told you guys with trading recently, I'm hitting between 85 to 90% of my trades are profitable. If I would stop trading Solana and in reality, if I would stop ever trying to enter a short on Solana, I probably would be closer to 100%. Why? Because Solana is not doing the things that other coins are doing. It just remains so bullish no matter what happens. We were in a trade yesterday. I did delete it, I think, at this point, but we were in a short trade, and it started off being pretty good. In fact, it looked a little something like this. It was like we entered almost perfectly up here on 163, 164. We had to take profit back down here around 153. We had our stop loss. And again, we did this very wisely. We had our stop loss sitting right here on 165, 166 area. We were profitable there for a while. It was looking very good. We made the call correct. And then Solana turned. I told you guys I was very cautious of this daily chart buy signal that came in yesterday on Luxalgo. And I thought, well, maybe it'll flash that way, and then we'll have a small pullback, but then there'll be a wick that closes out my trade, and then we can keep going. No, it turned out Solana was ready for a bull rally, and that's exactly what's happening here. So that trade, kapoots, went away, lost some money there. You don't win them all, but stop losses save lives for sure because Solana's starting to get away from us. We got a similar looking thing to what we talked about with Chainlink here. Daily chart. Bull signal coming in here. The first good bull signal really since I would say back here in February. So that's important. And we're wrestling right now. We've had a wick go above it, but we're wrestling right here with a smart trail concept around $170. Could we pull back? Possibly. We'll go look at those other things as well. But what we're looking here, if we broke out, take profit starting around 178, and we have moves up here for pretty much getting back to 200. Massive order block, aggressive take profit, resistance cloud. Luxalgo has been calling this pretty well when it comes to the buys. I mean, it's the sells that sometimes you don't get the greatest ones. There was a good sell right here. I think we took advantage of this short opportunity back in April, but this most recent one did not go well for us. I saw somebody in chat say, Luxalgo works only with crypto or stocks too. Absolutely both. In fact, Christian, just like most things in technical analysis, while it's great at crypto, technical analysis as a whole and Luxalgo crush it in the stock market and Forex trading, where there's a lot more volume more often than not. So there's a lot more traders and that it's easier to kind of pinpoint what's happening. It works well for crypto, but if you're a Forex or stock trader and you're wondering if Luxalgo will work, 1000%, it actually probably works better on stocks and Forex than it even does on crypto. And those in our community know we watch how it works on crypto. It does well. So go check it out. And the other thing, cool thing, when you also get 30 days to test it out, I don't think you're going to return it because you're going to fall in love with it and you're going to make a lot of money trading. But if you don't love it, you have 30 days to get your money back. No problem. No questions asked. 30-day money back guarantee. Go check out the link down below, though. Use our link, Investing Bros. Let's keep going on here. So again, top range here for Solana, we're looking at closer to 200, probably in the range of 197 to 199 range. But that psychological 200 is probably just going to be there. If we creep up above 195, I bet you we at least wick to 200 is what's going to happen there. The question is going to become, can we make it that way? We're seeing still bullishness come into play. A lot of bullish things on the oscillators happening. I don't love stochastics RSI, how high it is, but it's technically still going to the upside. I love the RSI, how we've been wrestling with the 50, kept getting rejected around that 50, but then all of a sudden now we're finding some bullish momentum here. That is a massive bullish breakout for Solana here on the RSI. The MACD crossing the mid-level, going extremely bullish. And here we go. We weren't quite ready for it before, but this is your signal here. Maybe let's see at the 4-hour and the 1-hour call for a pullback. But we now have the green reversal, we have the bullish momentum, and we have the positive money flow, ladies and gentlemen. That is our trifecta of signals to say this could get interesting. Now, there's a resistance dot coming in. That's not always the perfect signal, but let's take a look at what the 4-hour chart is saying with all of these. Let's turn on oscillators for a second. We've hit our take profit. Keep an eye on a potential pullback. We've done it once before, but maybe we come back down to 159, 160. We have a nice breaker block. Yeah, breaker block right here, bullish breaker block, smart trail coming into that zone here as well. Let's see what the oscillators are saying here. It's looking like it wants to cool down here on the 4-hour chart. You guys can see it here. Even this oscillator here, money flow looks like it wants to reject. While we are technically bullish right now, look for, now that we have a rejection here, 4-hour scalp short, and don't do it. Just be patient on this one, guys. Just wait for the long opportunity, but don't be surprised to see Solana come back down to 159, 160, bounce there, and then we have our break to the upside. So what we're kind of looking at here, now that we have all of our pieces put together, let's go back to the daily chart. Again, I'm going to give you guys some, I'm spoiling you. I'm treating you guys like the VIP trading group today. So what we're going to do here, long opportunity. Do I not have a tool for long? Okay, did not save that here. Let's go long here. I'm going to be looking for a limit order, 160, and let's go up here towards, I'm going to go conservatively 196. I just want to be in and out of that trade. We'll put our stop loss. That's a 22% rally. So let's go 7% of a stop loss. Give myself some wiggle room here. Boom. Stop loss going to be down here around 149. That is my limit order right here for Solana. That's what I'm kind of watching there. Gonna take a break here, get some water. Might have to after this next one. My throat, again, I'm getting over being sick, so my throat is getting, it's better, but it's still a little scratchy. So I might have a lozenge in my mouth the rest of the show. Let me answer some questions here. What are you guys thinking? Okay. Moderators. I'm talking to Crux, username, Matt C. We hate doing that. I'm about to say. We hate kicking people out of the show. I want every one of you guys to be here and be a part of the community. I want to be a very open community. However, when you continue to shill the same things and you're asked to stop, you're ultimately hurting our community by not listening to our requests. So these people that are promoting this coin here, Crux and username, the Kenya or whatever, not yet, but guys, from here on out, now that you heard my words, if I see another post there, we're just going to go ahead and ban you from the channel. Not time out, not delete the comment. Just go ahead and get rid of them. I understand you guys want people to get in your project. Go make content and people will come. But do not come into our chat and spam your coin over and over again. I hate doing this, but if you force my hand, we will kick you out and we will ban you. So That's that. I hate that, but that is what it is. Let's see here. Chainlink price predictions for 2024-2025 bull run from FCIT Mighty. We're going back to Chainlink here. All right. We'll do this and we'll get in. I'm going to go into Bitcoin next. And we'll probably have some stories for Bitcoin here as well. Chainlink. Let's turn off Lux Algo because that's not going to help us. All right. So Chainlink is one that I think can run early, especially with the news here. You guys know that my prediction is that Bitcoin makes the first move, altcoins trickle later. I think Bitcoin starts to go up August, September. I think altcoins start November, December area, but Chainlink goes early and starts to take off early. I don't know if I'm ready to commit to a new all-time high for Chainlink before the end of 2024, 25, but I bet you will be flirting with it. So let's just call it my prediction for end of year Chainlink 2024. Let's go somewhere between $40 to $50. Not quite to new all-time high yet, but they could. Honestly, they could, and it wouldn't surprise me, but maybe flirting with it. I think the explosions either start late December, and that's when they used to get wrong, or early January. And then, of course, 2025, I've predicted here $500 to $700 for Chainlink. I think 2025 will be a very, very good year. The question is how much of 2024 is bullish for it. But I'm going to go on a limb and kind of be conservative with that one. 2024, 40 to 50. 2025, though, I'm getting very aggressive. 500 to 700 is my target. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's get into some Bitcoin TA. And I'm going to be quick with Bitcoin and kind of get right into Ethereum. Bitcoin, of course, everybody broke out here very, very nicely. Come on, there we go. Breaking above that channel. And we've been tracking that channel for a while. Since Monday, I was posting on Twitter, hey, guys, I don't know when this is going to happen, but eventually we are going to break above this channel and move to the upside. Well, that happened here 2 days ago. You love to see it. Shout out to Dean Turner, who just became a bro. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, Dean. There's more. There's information about that. Go join our Discord, and you'll find out more information about what that membership does. But what we have going on here, guys, first level of what we're talking about breaking out here, we're talking about a prediction here up to where? Just below $71,000. Again, remember yesterday I talked about $71,000. Well, there's multiple reasons. Not only is that the new take profit level of Lux Algo's buy signal when we broke out of this level, it's also where this channel, descending channel, would predict the price should break to in the upside. Now, just like Solana and Chainlink, you got this smart trail concept coming in here between $67,000 to $68,000. This is what I talked about the other day. We could see that pull down and be a little bit of a stick in the mud. However, like we're going to see with the others, again, I want to be fast with Bitcoin. Look for levels like back down to 64,000, maybe 65,000, maybe. Look for these things to be where we bounce back. We have a smart trail in here. We have a breaker block, an order block, a lot of confluence right here in this $64,000, $65,000 range to say that that's exactly what we should see happen. So if I don't trade Bitcoin a lot because there's just not a lot of, it doesn't move a lot, but if I was going to set up a long trade, I'm probably doing something a little bit like this. I want to take profits somewhere probably right. Let's go 70,000. Even though I think 71 is in play, let's go 70,000. That's at 8. Let's call it 9% so I can get 3% of my stop loss. If I enter here at 64.4 and my stop loss is at 62.4, my take profits at 70,000, give or take, that would be my entry for a trade here on Bitcoin. Again, we're talking about a 9% gain. To make that really worth it, you probably want to throw at least a 3x on there. A lot of altcoins you can spot trade and make decent money with trades. Bitcoin, unless you're doing a very long-term stuff, it's hard to make a lot of money spot trading it. Better than the stock market, better than spot trading the stock market, but you get my gist. Again, if you guys are looking to trade, make sure to check out Blofin. That is our trading partner here on the Investing Bros. That is Bitcoin. Let's take a look, though. There's an article. Where do I have it? Give me just a second here, guys. Options expiry here. This is important. One of the reasons why I think we're rallying and might have a small pullback. I don't know what time this options expiry happens. I'm assuming end of day, but we got an options expiry hitting today. Bitcoin, we're sitting at 63,000. I think it says it in here somewhere, but I'm just going to go and say it. That says 65 there, but that's not true. It's 63. And then Ethereum was 3,000. And I wasn't going to be surprised if we pull back down there, but it looks like Bitcoin wants to keep on rallying. We might not see Bitcoin, even if we see the 64, might not see it till tomorrow. Same thing with Ethereum. While we're closer to that $3,000 level for Ethereum, definitely there's a lot of reasons to suspect Ethereum could potentially hold out and stay above that option expiry. That would be very, very bullish for the Ethereum holders. Now, let's talk about this, though. There's something about Ethereum that's different than the rest of the coins we've talked about today, and that is we have not gotten a buy signal just yet. In fact, while we've hit our take profit on the most recent sell order here by Luxalgo, hit it just perfectly. So again, another win here for Luxalgo. There is this bearish breaker block sitting right above us up here around 3,200, give or take. That's going to be very, very interesting. It's also going to be kind of coming into confluence with a descending channel that Ethereum is in on its own. So I don't want to call Ethereum bearish, but it's not as bullish as the other tokens we talked about, the other coins we talked about today. You also can see a flat bottom here with descending highs, lower highs. You don't see that on Bitcoin or Solana or Chainlink. This is technically in charge of potentially being descending triangle, which is very bearish, not very good for the space. In fact, this descending triangle, let's be conservative and just start it right there. This could bring Ethereum price action back down here to $2,200. Not going to be good. Now, there's going to be some signs I'm going to show you guys, especially ETH over Bitcoin, that could give us some positivity to not go down that far. But I just wanted to make sure you guys understood you do not have the same positivity on Ethereum that you do on some of these other tokens yet. That's the key word. I think it can happen, but it just hasn't happened yet. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart, see if it's kind of screaming anything at us. We do have a take profit. Where? Right back up to that 3250 zone. We have a breaker block down here at 3,000. That's a nice level of support. That's actually the 6-hour, but still it gets my point across. A lot of resistance. There's a lot of reason to think we'll get up to this pink box. The question is, can we break through it? Now, I'm going to say there's an opportunity we can break through. And what you're going to want to see happen is this chart that I'm about to pull up continue to do its thing. This is the ETH over Bitcoin chart. Let's pull off Luxalgo here for a second because I just need to look at the regular technicals. Ethereum over Bitcoin has been in this descending triangle for a long time now. In fact, let's go to the weekly chart just so there's less candles. I have to go to the weekly chart, and there's still a lot of candles here. This descending channel has been in play since September of 2022, and we have just hit on Ethereum over Bitcoin the lowest level in the last 2 days that we have seen since way back when, all the way in April of 2021, meaning middle of last bull market is the last time Ethereum was this low compared to Bitcoin. Now, there's some good support coming in right here. Not only is that the support level of the descending triangle, look at the confluence at this level. If I were to put a flat line right here, boom. All right, look at the history of this zone. A little bit of resistance in that zone area, but support, kind of wrestled back through it, and then resistance. Now we're coming back down. Can we use this level and turn it back to support? That could definitely be in play. When I take a look at Luxalgo, not looking good on the weekly chart. So that's not what you want to see. But the daily chart looks like potentially we've gotten close. We have take profit a little bit below us actually still here. It's the oscillators, I guess, that I want to pull up here that are bullish. So, still a lot of things that we need to decide. But here we go. Oscillators that could show us some bullish signs. Stochastics RSI bottomed out, heading back to the upside during this little rally. MACD. So let's start with RSI. RSI bottomed out, massively oversold, starting to head back to the upside. You get up here to MACD. MACD has been heading south, but now we're starting to curve. We have a pink histogram in play, meaning that the MACD strength is starting to turn back bullish. And then we come over here and we take a look at our daily chart here. We haven't got the confirmation, but take a look here, guys. Green reversal. It looks like we're about to flash bullish on the oscillator momentum, and the money flow looks to be going positive. That would be a short-term perspective of bullishness here for Ethereum to bounce back to the upside. And even if we don't break out of it, let's just pretend we stay in this channel and ETH over Bitcoin goes right back to this resistance level. That should still be enough for us to get Ethereum above this pink level of order blocks and this level of resistance, and could see Ethereum kind of bounce back up here and maybe make a move back up towards 3,600, a nice order block up here. Again, haven't got a buy signal, but I guarantee if we start to make a move up above 32, we'll get a buy signal and then watch that take profit more than likely be 36, 3,700, give or take. Again, I wanted to cover Ethereum. Ethereum, is one that I still am a big believer in, but in what we've seen happen here recently, over the last couple of days, Despite the fact that Ethereum's up almost 5% since the opening, it's not seeing the overwhelmingly bullishness. It's actually more of a statement of saying it was massively overextended to the downside and just had a better bounce, but it's not in a spot that's necessarily bullish just yet. We got to wait a little bit longer before we flip the script on Ethereum, unlike Solana, Chainlink, and Bitcoin, which are all looking to be very, very bullish in the short term. All right. Boom. That was the plan, TA, and that's 345. I told you guys you need a lot of TA today with it's just being Tim. Ah, goodness gracious. I'm going to be making a Polkadot video tonight. So that's another one that I'm interested in. We've been following Polkadot. We love Polkadot here on the Investing Bros channel. So look forward to that coming out hopefully at 6 p.m. tonight. I'm going to record it right after the show. Did not have time to do it before the show today. So it'll be up to date. It'll be out there. All of our members will get access to it first. So they'll get access to it about an hour before the public does. Another reason to be a part of the members. But let's check in with chat here, and then we have some stories to go through. Crux saying, TA Tim crushing it with the charts. Thank you, my man. Crux, absolutely humbling for you to say that. Cash Oak said, TA Tim. Cash Oak. Moho says, I'm selling Link at the top. Simple. That's a good strategy. I would say of all the strategies that work out there, buying at the bottom and selling at the top, I have found to be the most profitable. Not always easy to do, but it's the most profitable for sure. Alex Rod said, Tim, how much Link you hold? Not enough. Not enough. That's the best way to answer that one. That might be it for now. I'm sure there's more chat in here. Joseph Laposa says, nice to have you back. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I hated being out. What was I? I was out Monday and Tuesday. I was half here on Wednesday, but again, my throat was so jacked up. My energy was low. I was glad to be back yesterday. And then I'll tell you this is what sucks. I said this yesterday. It's been we told you guys when starting off May, we said this is going to be an off and on month, guys, because T Shroom has vacation stuff and a wedding. He has vacation early in June as well for his honeymoon. But I had vacation. I had some stuff going. But 2 weeks ago, in the middle, I think it was a Thursday, I want to say, my son has a seizure. My 11-month-old son has a seizure. So I rushed home from work. Of course, I'm not on that show. I missed the next 2 days or whatever. Then the week after that, I get sick, and I miss half the week this week. And then next week, I'm leaving Tuesday morning to go because it's my son's birthday next week. I think, what day is it? It's the 23rd. I don't know which day of the week that is. But we're going out of town to celebrate his first birthday. So I'm going to be out of town next week between Tuesday and Friday. T-Shroom will be back. But then that'll happen. And the week after that, we're out on Friday and Saturday because the T-Shroom's wedding. And so, you know, May has been a tumultuous month for the bros, but you guys have been awesome. We're still growing like crazy because you guys are awesome. And it's always good to be here with you. But stick with us. If you guys don't see me all the time, this is just the time. I'm glad that all this is happening now. Because, again, I think things late summer are going to get really, really exciting. And I cannot wait to be a part of the daily show and be here with you guys and watch all that unfold. Drew P said, your speech yesterday was awesome. I showed my wife and everything. Kudos again. Yeah, I'll tell you what, guys. Like, I try. There's a verse in the Bible, and I'm a very strong believer. I credit everything I do to my relationship with Jesus and who he's made me. But there's a verse in the Bible that says that you should try to live peacefully with all people as best you can, pretty much. So I don't try to shove my belief system down other people's throats. I respect and honor every person's opinion and thoughts on everything. We can disagree, but that doesn't mean I hate people or I think they're stupid. And ultimately, I usually, on most things, I have strong opinions on most things in life. But I've learned there are certain topics, it's just not worth it to make it a big deal and to fuss about. When it comes to the family structure, when it comes to how children are treated and raised, when it comes to the way that God, I believe, made us to operate and live our best lives, I do take a strong opinion on that. I heavily believe. I don't think that. I think it'd be awesome if every person in this country became a Christian, but I don't think everyone has to be. If you don't want a relationship with Jesus, that's the cool thing about Jesus. If you don't want to have a relationship with Jesus, you don't have to have a relationship with Jesus. That's completely fine. With that said, though, watching the attack on Christian values as a family structure, and whether you like Jesus or not, you cannot argue with the greatest family structure this world has seen is the biblical version of one. And the attack day in and day out on that structure, and then this attack, I mean, this world, I'm getting into territory I probably shouldn't be in, but the attack on women in the last couple of years has been absolutely atrocious. Attack of who is a woman, attack of what a woman can and can't do. And then this statement of like, oh, if you tell a woman she should be a mother, you're belittling her. I'm like, no, you're telling a woman that she was given an ability to do something that none of us men could ever do, no matter how hard we tried. A superpower of a job, the most important job the world's ever seen, a job that keeps the world spinning in a way that people can be raised with honor, respect, and dignity, and we can make a better world. You're telling them that they shouldn't take that job? That is an ultimate destruction of the nuclear family, destruction of the family unit. And its ultimate purpose, again, is to destroy and to take control of every individual. Your children, if they don't listen to you, they're going to listen to somebody. Children are sponges. They want to hear and learn. So if they're not able to learn from you, their parents, who are they going to learn from? The state, the public school system. Is that really who you want injecting into the sponge of your children? I don't think so. I definitely do not. So that is an issue that I feel like is very worth speaking up and speaking loud, because it's a threat on the future of our civilization and on our planet. Spiritual or not, if you're a Christian, Catholic, Muslim, Hindu, atheist or not, it's an attack on us as people. And that's why I felt like it was something I needed to speak up on. All right, let's get into the news here. Don't turn to crypto lifer now. I like lifer. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to turn to lifer. All right, let's go back in here. Let's go look at what's happening here. We have some breaking news here I wanted to cover. Don't have a lot of thoughts here just yet because this is newer. Kraken phasing out Tether across European markets in response to upcoming MiCA regulations. I need to look more into this. Crux probably can do more talk about this in our Discord. Ultimately, though, this is just a move that they hate. They hate Tether because Tether's the more decentralized stable coin. They want CBDCs, but they're struggling getting pushback there. They'd probably rather have USDC, which is a more centralized and controllable stable coin. Again, I can't go too much further there, but just be aware that it's not official, but they're discussing. Kraken is discussing getting rid of the Tether because they think the regulation in Europe is going to come down pretty harsh and prevent Tether from existing there. So pretty stupid. Pretty dumb. Wanted to bring that to your attention. Let's see here. We already talked about Chainlink, so we're going to go past that one. Ethereum. Again, here's potentially reasons why Ethereum's rallying today. There's a lot of talk from Coinbase that they're predicting that Ethereum will win their lawsuit against the SEC inevitably, that we might still see an Ethereum ETF. Nothing new here, but that's probably the reason why, even though Ethereum hasn't flashed bullish just yet, it's rallying today. More than likely, it's because of those words. I want to keep going on here. We already talked about those. Here we go. Just kind of breezing through here. Oklahoma passes bill protecting fundamental Bitcoin rights. Good for you, Oklahoma. It's good to see states in the United States fighting for rights of freedoms of the individual. Ultimately, this will protect the holders of Bitcoin. It'll protect miners of Bitcoin. Good for Oklahoma and the representatives here, Governor Kevin Stitt, Brian Hill, and Coney Maynard, Bill Coleman, Dana Prieto. I don't know. Good for you guys. Good for defending freedom and defending crypto. Shout out to Oklahoma. If you live in Oklahoma, put a 1 in chat. I like you. I like your political figures as well. Let's go ahead and keep going on here. Interesting thought here. I wanted to camp on this one for a little bit. Get your guys' thoughts here as well. 353. New poll here. Which stablecoin do you use the most? I'm not gonna say it out loud. I want you guys to say which one you guys do. Crypto expert Michael Van de Pop. Michael Van de Pop. I like Michael. Sells all of his Bitcoin, and here is why. Whoo! It made me click. All right, I'll tell you right now, when I saw that, it made me click. I knew I was getting myself into something that was like, all right, this probably is not as simple as the title suggests, but it made me click. Whenever somebody who I think highly of says, I'm selling all my Bitcoin, I have to click on it. I don't agree with everything Michael Van de Pop says, but I like him. I don't want to read all the way through it. I'm going to kind of summarize it for you guys. Ultimately, Yeah, I don't need to go through this. Ultimately, here's the reason why he did this. It is a little bit of a clickbait. Michael Van de Poppe is saying, I want to make a lot of money. And ultimately, you just do the math. Let's just say you're aggressive with your predictions. Let's say Bitcoin gets to $200,000 per coin. All right, right now we're hovering just south of 70,000. That is a 3x. $1,000 can be turned into $3,000. $100,000 can be turned into $300,000, right? It's good. It's better than the stock market. It's a great store of value. But you compare it to like Ethereum, what's at 3,000 and possibly could make it to 18 to 20. So there you're talking about 6 to 7x. Solana sitting at 170, and I'm starting to stretch my amount. Even though I've been saying 1,000, I'm starting to say, dang, does Solana just go special and maybe make a move towards $20,000? Are we looking at like a 10x, 12x on Solana? On Cardano and others, are we looking at 12 to 15x, give or take? On Chainlink, you guys already know I'm thinking 30 to 40, but I think worst case scenario, you're looking at a 20x on Chainlink. Michael Van de Poppe is absolutely right. You're going to make more money by trading altcoins. So what he's saying is he's not selling his Bitcoin and now just sitting on cash because he thinks the bull market's over. He's saying the phase has come where you'll make a lot more money holding altcoins than you will Bitcoin. And he says in his tweet, because it's based off of a tweet, he pretty much says the end goal is stacking Satoshis. I can just make more Satoshis by holding my portfolio in altcoins, and then at the end of the bull market, flipping back into Bitcoin than I can by holding a mass amount of Bitcoin. And in theory, he's 100% correct because, yes, if everything plays out perfectly and there's no hiccups and we can kind of pinpoint pretty realistically exactly where the top of the date and price action is going to be, yeah, that's a smart move. In fact, if you could predict for me right now with 100% guarantee which coin will do the best X, shouldn't you take your entire portfolio and put it into that coin? The problem is the unknowns. And so this is where ultimately you guys need to make the decision for yourself. Michael Van de Poppe wants to stack Satoshis. Tim Warren wants to stack Satoshis. I believe every single one of you guys out there want to stack Satoshis. The question is how? Should you sell all of your Bitcoin and go 100% into altcoins, or should you keep a portion in Bitcoin? And I'm going to lean towards the secondary option, and I'm going to say I'm not going to hold – I don't hold 50% of my portfolio in Bitcoin like some do. I still want to be kind of aggressive here. But I'm still probably going to hold 15% in Bitcoin. And I'm going to explain to you why. Diversification is a very powerful tool. It's not new. It's not just a crypto term. That is an investing term for the ages. Split up where your wealth is so that if something goes wrong in one of your areas, let's say you have 8 different areas of investments and one of your investments goes kaputs. Well, yeah, you just lost probably a significant amount of money, but at least you didn't lose everything. And everything kind of works out. When it comes to Bitcoin, I've told you guys this before. I think that Bitcoin is the only coin right now that I can honestly tell you I have firmly believe will still be here in 20 to 30 years. Do I hope / think that Ethereum and Solana and Cardano and all these others will still be here? Yeah, I do. But if you ask me to be honest with you and back that up with money, Tim, are you confident those coins will still be around / highly valued? I cannot confidently say yes for sure. Bitcoin's the only one. I'm getting more bullish on Chainlink. Chainlink is slipping up my hill of saying I'm pretty sure it's still going to be extremely valuable in 20 years, right? But you never know. And while I think that altcoins are about to take off here later in the fall, what if? Let's just play this game here, guys. We're going to have a lot of crazy what ifs with this. So stick with me. What if Joe Biden wins the presidency again? Sounds crazy. I don't know. I don't actually think I know a living human being that actually is planning on voting for him. I know a lot of people probably won't vote for Trump or even RFK, but they're not going to vote for Biden. But crazier things have happened, I think, in this world. What if Joe Biden re-wins the presidency? What if nothing is done about Gary Gensler, and Gary Gensler, with his overreaching, power-hungry hands, is able to continue to stifle / collapse altcoins in the U.S. and only Bitcoin's really allowed to run? because that's what he wants. And you can tell me, oh, that means Litecoin's okay. That means Caspa. No. He's lost to Bitcoin. He can't handle Bitcoin. He could go after Caspa. He knows who created it. Any altcoin out there that we know who the founders are, he can go after. He can't go after Bitcoin because we got no idea who Satoshi Nakamoto is. So what if Joe Biden wins, no one checks Gary Gensler's power, and altcoins are suppressed, and all of a sudden you just put all of your wealth in these altcoins that end up not going to go to zero because there's other countries that push them up, but they won't have big runs. But now that leaves it open for the only thing Americans can invest in the crypto world is Bitcoin. So all of a sudden, Bitcoin goes on to go to $500,000 per coin simply because of all of the suppression of the altcoins. But you just moved 100% out of Bitcoin. I'm not saying that I think that's going to happen. But as an investor, you should be preparing yourself for a lot of opportunities. I would say the more money you have, the higher your percentage of Bitcoin holding should be in your portfolio. The less money you have, the less it should be. If you don't have a lot of money, you have the ability to go and be more aggressive. But if you're sitting like me, where it's like, I would say like, again, I don't have $1 million, but I don't only have like $10,000 either. I have good money here. I want to make it into a lot of money, but I also want to protect it. I've got to keep some more conservative investments like Bitcoin and like Ethereum that might only 3x or 5x, when I know these other coins are going to 20x, 15x, maybe some of them 40x. I can't go 100% in because on the off chance I'm wrong and all my eggs are in one basket, one fragile basket, I could be in real trouble with my wealth. So I love Michael Van de Poppe. Think he's a very intelligent person. Follow him on his socials. He got my attention to click on this link, but I do disagree with him. I do not believe you should sell 100% of your Bitcoin, especially if you own anything over half a Bitcoin. If you own less than that, if your entire crypto net worth is less than half a Bitcoin, maybe there's an argument to be made that you should be more aggressive. I don't know. But if you own over a Bitcoin worth of crypto, keep some in Bitcoin. That's all I'm going to say there. Put a 1 in chat if you agree. And I think there's a poll here. I think Crux put a poll in here. Does Bitcoin and Ethereum make over 50% of your portfolio? Yes, conservative here. No, I'm trying to make. Let's redo that poll, Crux. Let's say how much Bitcoin should you hold in your portfolio? 0%, 15%, 30%, or 50%. Or let's go 0, 15, 50, 100 for any Bitcoin maxis out there. Let's do that poll. I'm interested to see how you guys are planning on holding that stuff. Do I have any other things that I wanted to talk about? I think that's going to wrap it up today because it's 4:02 and I want to answer more questions here. Smash the like button if you guys have enjoyed the show. Again, one-man band, so no T-Shroom, no back and forth, just one voice. But if you still enjoyed the show, make sure to smash that like button. Oh my gosh, there's T-Shroom in chat right there. You speak of the devil and he appears. I'm not going to call T-Shroom the devil. You speak of the man and he appears. I don't know. I don't know what else to call you. You speak of the bachelor and he appears. Crypto 101 says, if Biden wins elections, I'm swapping everything to Bitcoin. Yeah, I think that's wise. I think Jay-Z said, I think I will convert from alts to Bitcoin this cycle, vice versa. I mean, I'm definitely going to move things around, but I'm not going to ever be 100% Bitcoin until probably the end of the bull market. And I'm telling you guys, I want to watch what happens at Chainlink at the end of this bull market. There's a part of me, I told you guys, like, my goal is like the end of 2025, I probably will have all of my crypto put into Bitcoin because I think the bull market will be over. But Chainlink is enticing, guys, with its connections with the banks. It's very enticing to say, should I have a percentage in Chainlink to watch that potentially continue to grow? I think a lot of the technology and utilization coins will just have cool-offs because they probably exploded. So they'll probably just have casual 40 to 50% cool-offs at least just because they were overextended. But I think Bitcoin can hold its wealth, and I think Chainlink may be close to saying it could hold its wealth as well. If you sell Bitcoin for fiat, you are poor Michael Saylor. A poor version of Michael Saylor, I guess, is what you're saying, because he's not doing that. He's not doing that at all. Username, should I buy Link? You know, I don't give financial advice to anyone on here except for username. Yes, you should buy link username. Let's see what else we have here. In all seriousness, we'll sell for and borrow more money against it yet to figure it out. Yeah, I think there's a lot of us, and I'm still figuring that out as well. My kind of plan is with Bitcoin is to move everything into Bitcoin probably late 2025 if everything shakes out, and then just kind of watch to see if we start to dip. I would say if Bitcoin gets down to 40% down from all-time highs, I might be comfortable at that point taking a loan because I think Bitcoin worst goes down 50%, maybe goes down 60. But the biggest thing when you borrow against your Bitcoin is you just don't want to over leverage yourself. Like you don't want to go at the exact top. Like for example, if you had done this, let's show you my chart. Let's get rid of Lux here for a second. Let's say that you had called the bull market perfect for Bitcoin and you took profit on everything and just put everything in Bitcoin here on November 21st and you borrowed against Bitcoin. Let's say you borrowed $69,000 worth at $69,000 top, but then Bitcoin went to fall. At a certain point, you will get deleveraged and they'll just go ahead and take all of your Bitcoin. And we went down 76%. I think in the future, Bitcoin only goes down 50% in this next bear market. But my point here is you don't want to borrow at the tops. Ideally, you want to borrow at the bottom. But being somewhere in the middle is not the worst thing in the world as long as you don't like if I have a Bitcoin and Bitcoin gets to $200,000 per coin, I don't want to take a $200,000 loan because literally the minute it drops, I'm going to be disleveraged and I'll either have to add money to it or I'll just lose my Bitcoin. You want to be in a spot where it's like, all right, I have 5 Bitcoin and I'm borrowing 2, meaning the price would have to go significantly down from here for me to be liquidated out and I get to hold all this Bitcoin. You want to buy at worst somewhere here in the middle of the bear market. And if you can pinpoint the bottom, that's the best spot. Anyone who took a loan back in November of 2022, good for you because you've done nothing but that Bitcoin go up in value. You're crushing it. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Let's see here. Joe Bro says, congratulations on your marriage. He's talking to T Shroom. Congratulations, T Shroom. T Shroom said, sup, bros. Hope Tim didn't tell y'all all my plans for the bachelor party. To be fair, I don't know all your plans for the bachelor party. I have no idea. I think I know some plans. I think I'm in chat with them as they discuss it. I wasn't able to go because of family stuff, but I won't tell you, T-shirt. There's some fun stuff they had planned. I would have enjoyed going, but family. Let's see here. Can you spoil or should I rewind? What am I reading here? Try around the frame or so. Oh, he's actually what my price target is for 2025. Ben, I also have a price prediction video on the channel if you want to go check it out. I kind of break down a lot of that. And I'm going to make another one to kind of update it, but it's going to be very similar. Papa Gooth says, family is your most important asset. Don't screw it up. A freaking men. On a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk is teaching right now? I don't think, this makes about, right. I don't even know what CR question mark 3 even means. So I'm going to answer that way. That's how I'm going to go. Goodness gracious. The Bubble Paxi Show says, why not change to stable coins at the end of the bull market? Good question. If you know for a fact the exact tipping point and you know exactly how far Bitcoin is going to go down, move into stable coins and then buy back lower. The problem is I don't think you do know. I think there's a decent chance again. My thing is almost like Bitcoin worst case scenario pulls like 50%. I think there's an outside chance that Bitcoin tops out around like $220,000 and then only pulls back to like 150. What would that be? If we went to 220, let's just pretend, and we pull back down. Oh, I grabbed the wrong tool. Dang it. If we went to 220, I'm not sharing my screen, so I'll share my screen just because I'm sure you guys want me to. If we were out in this range, boom, and we came back down towards 160, look, there's a chance like we only pull back down like 150, and only like a 30% dip, and then you're still waiting for lower levels, and then all of a sudden Bitcoin takes off without you. I'm kind of sitting here saying there might be days where Bitcoin is going down compared to dollars, but as a whole, when I'm looking at this Bitcoin chart and I'm projecting out what the future looks like, I think this chart is nothing but up and to the right. And I think it's going to be very rare to see these big volatile pullbacks like we saw in the early days of Bitcoin when everything was being kind of shook out, how much retail wanted to be in versus didn't want to be in. I mean, you take a look here. I think we'll still have better gains, but like, let's take a look at the gold chart, for example, here, guys. So gold, these two green lines right here, this was when we got the first gold ETF way back in 05. Okay. Let me just show you what gold's price chart looked like prior to this. Now, there's a lot of sideways stuff right there because ultimately the dollar wasn't so freaking volatile. But gold had that doesn't look like a big pullback right there, does it? That's 47%, and that's not even a bear market. Gold comes up here, peaks here in 1980, 71% pullback, right? So that's your bear market. In fact, it actually pulled back lower than that. If you kind of trace this whole thing, it actually ended up going down 73%. All right, so big pullback for gold. Now, all of a sudden, we have this. What is this? This is the ETF. Gold had what looks like a pretty significant pullback between August 1st of 2011 and then October 15th. So a very long 4 years. But look at that pullback. 44%. And now you come up here, gold comes up here and goes high here in April of 2022. So it goes a little bit after crypto. Guess what gold's bear market looked like from 2021 to 2022? 20%. That's what happens when you get more mature money invested in it. I think Bitcoin's going to be similar. I think at the end of the day, you just hold it and it's going to do nothing but go up and to the right. And it's going to do it in a better fashion than gold does. Sorry, Peter Schiff, if you're watching. Is there any validity to the 1/5 diminishing return of each previous cycle theory? I don't know if I fully know that theory. I've heard of it, performance fuel injection. That's his name, by the way, if anyone's wondering why I'm saying that. The 1/5 diminishing return of each previous cycle theory. I need to look more into that. It clearly, the diminishing returns go less and less and less, obviously. So there's got to be a level to it, but is it 1/5? I don't know. I don't think I've done the math like that. All right, guys. Well, fun show indeed. If you guys enjoyed it and you have not smashed like already, let me check the likes. Let me check up on you guys and see how you guys have been doing. We have 182 likes. It's actually more than I thought. We still have 250 people watching though. So let's get to 200 likes as we wrap up the show. If you guys enjoyed it and you're not subscribed, smash subscribe. So I'm supposed to hit buttons here. T-Shirm's going to probably get mad at me. This is a like button right here. I hope you guys like it. If you do like it, then smash the like button. In fact, what that looks like is like this. If you guys were to come right below, oh, I got to get rid of it. All right. There's a like button right there. You guys see right there? Hit that. That's what this button so suggests. And then this one where I hit subscribe, that one, I don't have an option because I'm already subscribed to this channel. So that doesn't, it's going to be somewhere in this range right here though. Go click that button as well if you guys enjoyed the show. I love each and every single last one of you. Come back tomorrow. Again, Polkadot video going out tonight. And then tomorrow, the Saturday special edition show, I'll be by myself, but we will be discussing all of those coins that Forbes predicted, all the altcoins that Forbes predicted would die and have no more future. We're going to break down what that looks like, what my thoughts are about the coin. You don't want to miss it. With that said, though, everyone, that's all I have for you in this video. I will see you tomorrow. You guys have a fantastic evening. Adios. Hey, I hit the wrong button, so sorry.
Trying to make paper, turn that better to cake. Money like Lego, connect the dots stack bank. We are investing bros. We are investing bros. Army pipe, lethal on trade. Entries and exits, worthy of praise. Tim, the professor of the TA. Shouted out loud on the PA. T-Shrooms news, got the word. Doing better than what he deserves. Beamer, leave no evidence. Soon fly coop with his dividend. Trying to make paper. Turn that vanity cake. Money like Lego. Connect the dots that bank. We are investing bros. We are investing bros.